We do everything we can to avoid suffering because we want peace, happiness and a life free of stresses and strains. We desire a life that's smooth and has no surprises and shocks for us. We want nature to go according to our plans. The truth is, we want too many things. We have unreasonable expectations from life. Not all sadness is depression, and peace is not about being free from stressful work. It is about seeing purpose and finding joy in what we have to do. A king once wondered if peace could be depicted, and if so, what it would look like. He announced a grand prize for the artist who could paint the most apt picture of peace. Numerous artists from his empire crafted beautiful paintings. Some depicted birds in the vast sky. Others painted a calm ocean, while many the dense forests. One artist had drawn a mother feeding her child and another of an old man sitting under a tree. Scores of other maestros brought life to their canvases with glorious colors and virtuosic skill. After much deliberation, the king shortlisted 2 paintings he felt were the closest representation of peace. One painting was of a calm lake, perfectly still. It was surrounded by lushly forested mountains. The benign expanse overhead was interrupted only by fluffy white clouds. An old tree stood by the lake with its boughs extending several feet over the water, upon which a dry leaf floated like a child's toy. The king's courtiers and his subjects proclaimed this the perfect representation of peace. The other painting was of chaos writ large across the canvas. Whereas this too portrayed mountains, they were rugged and bare. The sky was of gunmetal gray rent by silver streaks of lightning, and driving rains lashed the landscape. A mighty waterfall gushed from a crevasse between the tall peaks. Everyone was puzzled to see this as one of the shortlisted paintings. But the king asked them to look closely, to examine the work more deeply. Beside the waterfall, a young bush grew in a fissure in the rock. There, sitting amongst its leaves, in the center of this tumult, was a nest where a mother bird was feeding her little ones, unafraid, and in perfect peace. The king awarded the prize to this painting, because, said the king, the first painting is attractive, but it's not real. Peace doesn't mean a life devoid of adversities, troubles and challenges. Instead, it means to be surrounded by all of these and yet maintain faith and calm. That is the real meaning of peace. Most of us want the painting of our lives to look like the first one, but most often life hands us the second one. The first painting is our expectation from life and the second is the reality of it. And peace lies in reconciliation of the two. You can't stop the rains or the foaming waterfalls, but you can find your nest of life on the bush of faith, of acceptance, of good karma. This is no small feat, however, because we seem to be wrestling with the negative side of human nature much of the time. Hope you liked the video. Please like, share and subscribe to continue receiving such pearls of wisdom.